When mankind looks back on its accomplishments, none should be greater than the restoration and preservation of our ecosystems for future generations. Restoring and preserving the natural wetlands and floodplains along the Illinois River Road is a huge commitment made by many dedicated organizations and individuals. In this presentation, we will visit 3 such areas that are truly making a difference for wildlife habitat and the quality of life for all human beings along the Illinois River. For years, many believed that wetlands were more valuable dry than wet. Illinois settlers worked hard to drain them to make way for farms and cities. Today you can see these restored lakes and wetlands come back to life at the 2,600-acre Sioux and West Dixon Waterfowl Refuge.
Biodiversity is probably our biggest goal down here, and when we shut the pumps off down here and quit farming this ground, you can see what happened. A lot of this came back naturally. And along with that, we added 330 native species of plants. Basically, our habitat goes from everything from a really dry prairie to the marsh out there. And a lot of the places along the Illinois River, our backwater lakes and everything, have filled in with siltation so much that our migratory waterfowl, and along with our other birds, don't have a place to go anymore. And this gives them a place to go. The habitat out there, we've had everything from the northern pintail to gadwall to piebald grebes nest out here, along with a bunch of different species that are endangered in Illinois. The yellow-headed blackbird nests right on these cattails that you see right here. It's just amazing to see that.
From the 30-foot Nolan Observation Tower, you can catch a sweeping expanse of lakes, wetlands, prairies, seeps, and savannas. A vista that early explorers Marquette and Joliet would have enjoyed.
And I think this is just a wonderful place for people to come and visit. It's unbelievable the number of people that we have come to the tower here. We get numerous compliments from everybody that comes here to watch the sunset and to see the vast array of plant life and animal life that's down here. Biodiversity is the key.
Ducks Unlimited is another strategic stakeholder that is helping to conserve wetlands in the Illinois River Valley. Located just north of Peoria, Whiteman Lake is one of several Ducks Unlimited projects located on the Illinois River Road National Scenic Byway. In addition to its benefit to migrating waterfowl, the 370-acre Whiteman Lake project has become a showcase for how naturally functioning ecosystems can be restored on frequently flooded cropland.
One of the unique things about the Whiteman Lake property is the diversity of types of habitat that we restored and our ability to manage those different habitats and to use them as demonstration areas to help educate the public and other landowners about wetland and bottomland forest restoration and management. So it's by design was set up to be sort of an outdoor laboratory where people could come and learn about wildlife, learn about conservation, and learn about these natural ecosystems.
Future plans for Whiteman Lake are to continue using it as a demonstration and educational site for wetland and bottomland forest habitat restoration and management. Whiteman Lake is managed by the Illinois Department of Natural Resources and is open to the public year-round.
One of the great times to visit Whiteman Lake is in the spring or the fall during the peak of the migration of ducks and waterfowl. At that time of the year, you can see hundreds of ducks here. Our most common ducks are mallards, wood ducks, blue-winged teal or green-winged teal, but you can see many other species of ducks. A couple of other unique birds that we have are the prothonotary warbler that actually nest in the summertime in the riparian forest, pileated woodpeckers, which is a very large woodpecker that also uses the mature riparian forest. You'll see a lot of wading birds like great blue herons and egrets, and you can see almost any time, but especially in the winter, bald eagles that roost and sit in the trees and fish into the Illinois River and Whiteman Lake itself.
Located between Lewistown and Havana is the Nature Conservancy's Emiquon Preserve. Emiquon is made up of about 6,800 acres and is the largest private conservation land acquisition in the history of the state of Illinois. Its ultimate goal is to contribute to the ecological health of the Illinois River by restoring this rich landscape to a functional floodplain. Emiquon is a living laboratory and one of the best places in the United States to learn about floodplain wetland restoration. Through projects like Emiquon, the Conservancy is greatly influencing the way large floodplain rivers are understood and valued.
We purchased this property to try to create some relationship between floodplain and river. Now, the floodplain for the Illinois River is about 400,000 acres, so when you look at 6,800 acres, we're just a drop in the bucket. And so we're allowing a lot of folks to see the project. We're wanting folks to understand why we're here because we think it makes a good demonstration, hopefully convincing others that this is the kind of restoration work that they should be doing in other places, both here along the Illinois River, but the Mississippi River, China, Brazil, Africa, all of those folks are kind of utilizing Emiquon as a place to learn about restoration and floodplain restoration specifically.
As with the other restoration projects along the Illinois River, the Nature Conservancy has recruited many resources to make the management of Emiquon possible.
When you look behind me and see all of the restoration, whether it's the several thousand acres of wetland that we got, or the 310,000 trees that we planted, or the 600 acres of prairie and wet prairie that's been established here, we had a lot of help to get this done. We worked with the Natural Resource Conservation Service on a WRP easement. We're working with the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers on reconnection to the Illinois River and how we would manage that. We're also working with our members and board members and donors like Caterpillar that help us think through what we do here from a day-to-day basis on our management and other things.
When visiting the Illinois River Road National Scenic Byway, we invite you to personally get in touch with the natural world and enjoy the beauty of these restored wetlands and floodplains. They are filled with a bounty of wildlife, native plants and flowers, which will provide hours of enjoyment for any sportsman, birdwatcher, or photography enthusiast. More information and directions to these beautiful destinations are available on this website.